Great. So we start on our mat. In easy seat, cross your legs and arrive here in your own space. And then, if you're ready, close your eyes and place the right hand onto your lower belly and the left hand onto your heart. Just take a few moments to feel in how your body feels right now, how you feel right now. And try to let go of anything you don't need right now. Leave that outside your space, outside this room. Just concentrate on yourself right now, on your breath, your heartbeat. Then take a few big breaths in and out. Your own rhythm. Fill your lungs like a big balloon in all directions. Widening your chest. Great. Then when you're ready, open your eyes. Place your hands onto your knees and we start with a gentle circle of your head. Maybe start slow and then let them become wider and bigger. And then into the other direction. Just slow and gentle, and then let them become bigger, wider. And then come back to center, and we take a few big circles here in the chest, activating the stomach muscles, back muscles, massaging into the hip joints. Nice. And then into the other direction. Great. Lovely, and then come back to center. Let your elbows kiss each other here in the front and place your hands onto your shoulders. So they kiss here in front, and then you open wide. Really pull your shoulder blades together and close. Now round your back. So open wide, breathe in and close, breathe out. Open, open, open and close. Nice. Open that chest, that sternum. Great. Nice. And then from here, come into big shoulder circles. Nice. Same pattern. Open, breathe in, and close. Breathe out. Open wide. And then other direction. Good. And then elongate your hands, your arms in front of you, and take a few circles here in your wrists. Open your palms, fingers. And then other direction. And then place your hands onto the mat next to you. We open here to one side and then shift to the other. So no stopping in that movement. Nice bend here into your side body. Good. Great. And then come back to center. Roll over your shins into tabletop position. And from here, we take a few hip circles. Back, side, front, side. Activate your stomach muscles, your core. And then other direction. Lovely. And then come back to neutral. Feel support of your hands on your mat. Your knees under your hip joints. Good. And then we switch the fingers towards the inside of, or towards our belly button. So the fingers are looking towards our knees now. We take a slight bend back and stretch here in the wrists, opening in the elbows. Nice. And then bring them back and come onto your heels. So you have your toes onto the ground. The heels are up. Really squeeze the heels together as well, so the legs are together. And then we lift our arms next to our ears and open here wide into angel wings. Yeah. So when you see from the front, here again, you really pull those shoulder blades together, open wide here in the chest, and at the same time, you have the medial plantar stretch in your feet, stretching into your toes. Good. Hold for a few more moments. Pull together, and then stretch up your arms. Come back with your hands onto the mat. Place your feet down. Good. And then we open to one side. So one knee is down and one leg is extended. The arm looks up as well. And find here the stretch on the side as well. Maybe even in the hips. Hip flexors. Nice. And then we elongate our left arm towards our left ear and lift our leg. We'll find a balance here on the right side. And then we crunch together. So really pull your stomach muscles together. Good. Good. Yes. Fantastic. Two more. Lovely. And then first, place your leg down and then shift back to tabletop. And from here, we place our toes back onto the ground and lift into downward dog. Your first time in this position. Feel the stretch in the calves behind your knees, your back. Good. Sternum is melting towards the ground, towards the floor. Lovely. And then we walk through the feet. Nice. Massaging into those feet muscles, little joints, so many ligaments as well in your feet. And then we keep on walking towards our hands, to forward fold. Let your head drop. Relax in your neck. Great. Lovely. And then pull yourself up, long back, long arms towards the side. Here, when you've arrived and standing, shoulders are down. And we lift our heels into a small balance here. Great. As if you could stay here forever. Find your focus. And then lower your heels and come back down to forward fold. Here, hang again. Good. If you like maybe some yeses and nos. Ooh. Great. And then lift up your sternum, your chest for a few moments. Stretch in the lumbar spine. Good. And then come back down into forward fold. Step back into downward dog. And we take one downward dog shift. So we lift our heels, roll through the spine, lower towards the mat, and open up into cobra. And then back into downward dog. From here, place your knees back down onto the mat. And then come to the other side into the other side opening. So here again, first maybe feel the stretch to the side. Good. And then let your arm shift towards your right ear. Lift your right leg and take those crunches. Nice, strong here in the core. Two more. Great, and then place that right leg back down, and then shift back to tabletop, and then downward dog. Great. From here, we lift our left leg, first parallel in the hips. So your toes are pointing towards the floor. Feel the stretching in the calf. Great. And then open up in the hips. So turn out in the lifted leg. Stretch your wide open. Good. And then journey backwards. So first parallel in the hips. And then place your foot back down. Place your knees back down. Come here into a child's pose. And relax for a moment. Great, and then we slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae and come back into tabletop and then back into downward dog for the other side. So we lift our right leg, first parallel, and then turn out in the hips, open wide. Good. Nice. And then back to parallel hips. And then place that leg back down. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and then have a little hop into forward fold. From here, half lift. So we elongate in the lumbar spine. Let the sternum look forwards and then come back down to forward fold. Then reach up, arms to the side. Here into a small lift, releve, up. Nice. And then back down, slowly, slowly. And directly from here, we squeeze our feet together, thighs together, and then we come into chair pose. So here you have a long line between the top of your head and your tailbone. Arms along, shoulders are pulling down, and a nice bend here in the knees, in the hips. Good. And then from here, we lift our left leg towards the front. Hold here for a moment. And then rotate the hip sockets. So you have a nice rondement en l'air towards the back. And hold here. Great. And then turn out in the hips. So the toes are pointing towards the sides now. Hold here. And then place that leg down. Stretch both legs here into a nice wide position. And then melt towards the front leg. Relax here the arms. Pull your thigh and your chest together. Nice. And then we lift and twist here in the back towards the front leg. Look up. Nice. And then change. Open away from the front leg. Look up. Lovely. And then from here, we shift a bit forward. So we bend our front knee and come into half moon pose. So maybe first, find your balance here with both hands down and one leg up. And then, if you feel ready, open your left arm up, open in the side. Keep looking down if you want. Then lift your leg a bit further up and come into attitude with that lifted leg. Try to hold that, try to balance it out. Nice into attitude. And then bend your front leg and controlled back onto the floor. So we have here this nice wide open position. Ooh, and we arrive. Lovely. And then we shift onto our sitting bones. And we come into a nice passe position here. So the left foot into the right thigh. Find the parallelness here in your hips, so you're not opening to the side, you're really parallel. So facing your elongated leg. Foot is flexed and then we pull us up and pull us towards the long leg. If you like, grab behind your feet, your foot, and keep relaxing, keep softening in those muscles. Try not to scrunch or crunch into your shoulders. Try to relax there and let go. Nice. And then keep lowering down. Cool. And then come back up with a long back. We place our right hand behind us, place our left foot onto the floor. Find a really strong connection with the right hand, the left foot into the mat. And then we pull up. Nice back bend. Ooh, open, open, open. And then slowly come back down. Fold both legs and roll over the shins into tabletop. And then downward dog. Ooh, maybe you feel already so much longer than first time you came into downward dog. Much softer and warmer. Great. And from here, we lift our right leg parallel in the hips. And we pull the right knee towards the chest. Hold here for a moment. Hold, hold, hold. And then back up. Now, onto the right elbow. So you open in the hips. Hold, hold, hold. And lift back up. Now, last time diagonal towards the left elbow. Hold, hold, hold. Great. And then shift so you can place down the right leg underneath your right arm. Ooh, you can't see my foot, but it's here. And then keep pulling up in the hips. Nice. And then place your left hand down. Keep pulling up the core and come back. Elongate your right leg. Place it down. Ooh. Place your knees down. Come into child's pose. Keep breathing. Lovely. And then roll, slowly roll up. Come back into tabletop. Place your feet onto the mat. Come up into downward dog. And then lift your heels. Bend your knees. Look forward. And jump towards the top of the mat. Here into a forward fold. Again, control if your head is loose. And your neck relaxed. Good. And then come up with a long back, long arms towards the side. And here again, into a releve. Lift up your heels. Great. And then come back down, slowly, slowly. And then from here, both feet back together, thighs squeezing into each other, and come into chair pose. Long neck, long back, long arms, core is engaged. Keep breathing. And then we lift our right leg towards the front. Keep breathing, keep pulling. And then a nice controlled front jump en l'air towards the back. Keep breathing, parallel in the hips. And then turn out. Great. One last pull. And then place that leg down. Nice open position. And then forward fold onto the front leg. Relaxing the shoulders. Keep softening in the calf. Nice. And then we twist towards the front leg. Open here. Look up. Nice. And then change arms. Twist away from the front leg. Look up. Keep elongating from the top of the head. Good. And then place both hands back down. Bend your front leg and come into half moon pose. So again, turn out in the lifted leg. Find your balance first. Then if you feel ready, open up that right arm. Maybe lift your right leg a bit further up and then come into attitude. Good. A little bit more. And then bend your front leg, come into sitting position. Good. Nice. All right. And then come back onto your sitting bones. Into the passe position. So right foot into the left thigh. Parallel in the hips. Both sit bones on the mat. Flex your front foot. Pull yourself up and then stretch forward. Deep within and out. Relax in the shoulders and the chest. And softening into your calf muscle. Nice. And then come up with long arms, long back, and take your left hand behind you. Place it on the floor. Find your right foot into the ground. So you find a really stable position here in both points. And then lift up into a back bend. Nice. Stable into those 2 points. Good. And then slowly come back down. Cross your chins. Come into tabletop. And then from here into downward dog. Nice. Good. And straight from here, lift your left leg. And we have those 3 crunches. So first, knee pull towards the center of the chest. Hold, hold, hold. Pull back up. Then open in the hips. Pull your knee towards the left elbow. Hold, hold, hold. And come back up. And then last time, across your chest. Diagonal towards the right elbow. Pull, pull, pull. And then shift so you can place your left foot onto the floor. Open here. Pull your core up. Nice. And then place your right hand back onto the mat. Still pull up here in the core. And shift back. And lift your left leg up. Place it down. Have 1 down dog shift. So lift your heels. Go through the spine. Lower down. And open up into cobra. Stay here. Nice. And then back to child's pose. Soften your sternum towards the mat. Arms long in front of you. Great, and then come into tabletop position. And from here into downward dog. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and then hop towards your hands into forward fold. Great, and now we roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Knees keep straight. Head comes last. And then from here, we lift our left leg into the inside of the right thigh. So we come into tree pose. Yeah, I'll show you from here. So really squeeze that foot into the right thigh. Palms of your hands into each other. We have a supportive chest, strong chest. And then find your focus, your central line. Good. Could even try to close your eyes for a moment. Then open them again. And then place your left foot onto your right knee. So you have like a fourth position here while standing. And then bend over towards that calf. Open here, widen the knee. And if you like, you can even embrace your lifted leg here. Nice. Into that stretch. Lovely. And then pull yourself up. Good. Come into forward fold. And then bend your knees so you come into a really small position here. Hug your knees in. Let your head hang. Good. And then from here, we roll back into rock and roll. Ooh. Massage your back muscles on the mat. Great. And the next time, leave your feet behind your head. Nice. Widen your neck. Good. Become softer and softer in the shoulder girdle. And then stretch your legs long and slowly roll down back to the mat. Legs come last. Ooh. And then slowly lower your legs. Great. And place your feet onto the mat. Enjoy the length of the spine on the floor. Good, and then pull your left knee towards your chest. And then from here we elongate that left leg in front of us. Put here either behind the calf, behind the thigh, or onto your heel. And then from here we take a few deep plies with that lifted leg. And every time try to elongate behind the heel. Let the leg lower down a bit more towards the chest. Try not to lift the hips. Stay parallel. Don't cheat there. And then while extending the left leg, extend the right leg underneath. So now we have a long leg, long right leg. Good. Keep plying and stretching in your own rhythm. Good. And then pull that left leg a bit to the right. You will feel what's enough. It's literally just a few centimeters. And you feel the stretch in the outside muscles, nerves of the left leg. And try to relax your right shoulder down, your chest down. Good, and then open that leg towards the side, towards your armpit. Open, 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 stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep your right leg onto the floor. And then take this lifted leg towards the right, here into the spinal twist. And open up in the left shoulder. Keep breathing. Breathe. Then from here, come back into center. Grab behind your knees, and then come back, rock and roll onto the mat a few times. And then roll over your chins. Roll over your chins into tabletop. Nice. Great. And then from here we come into thread the needle. So what's going to happen is that your right arm goes underneath your left arm. The bum stays up, so the hips are still lifted up. And we have a little twist here in the shoulders. So you look underneath your left arm. The left arm is extended in front of you. Good. And relax your chest. Nice. Good. And then come back up into tabletop. From here, we lift our left leg, our right arm. Have a few crunches here to the center. So elongate and crunch together. Elongate, crunch together. Elongate, crunch together, and one more. Nice. Place your limbs back down onto the floor and lift up into downward dog. Good. From here, we lift our left leg up. First again into parallel. Then open up in the hips, turn out the leg. Really lift, lift, lift. Might feel the difference now towards the start. And then bend in the knee, in the upper knee. Let your calf drop. Good. Nice. Feel the stretch in the hip flexors. And then place that leg back down. Take one down dog shift. Lift the heel. Roll through the spine. Lower down. Open up. And then come back into downward dog. Nice. Lift your heels from here. Bend your knees. Look forward. And hop towards the front of the mat. Let your head hang. And then come out with a long back and long arms. Good for the other side. So we start with tree pose. Take the right leg and let the right foot press into the left thigh. Open here wide. Nice. Find your focus. Long in the front and back body. And then cross that right foot onto your left knee and bend forward, bend into the standing leg as well. And take this deep stretch on the outside of your right leg. Nice. Keep breathing, keep stretching. And then pull yourself up. Arms long to the side. Back long. Into forward fold. Lift up your chest to sternum into small lift. Then back into forward fold. Bend your knees. And come into really small position here. Great. And then let yourself roll back into rock and roll. Enjoy the momentum. Ooh. Great. And then leave your feet behind your head. If you like, you can even support with your hands here onto your back. And then from here, we slowly start stretching your legs. Lift your feet and we come into a candle position. So you try to balance out your legs and your hips. Really slowly come up into a long line. Ooh. Nice. And then come slowly back down. Again, balance out your hips and your legs. And then slowly roll back down onto your mat. Legs last. Slowly, slowly lower them. Use this as a nice core strength exercise. Good. And then relax them onto the mat. Lovely. And then place your feet back onto the ground and pull your right knee in towards the chest. Good. Then from here, stretch your right leg in front of you. Ooh. Take a few deep pliés here. with that lifted leg. You again try to keep your hips onto the floor. Good. And then the next time you stretch your legs, stretch them both. Keep being in the lifted leg and extending in the lower back, in the lower leg, in the left leg. Nice. Few more. Every time try to elongate that leg. Good. And then last time you stretch, you pull that right leg a bit towards the left. Ooh. Nice. Do the outside stretch. And then open that right leg towards the side. Second position. Left leg is still onto the floor. Keep pulling the right leg in. Nice. And then shift that leg towards the left side. Place it onto the ground. Open the right shoulder towards the right side. Twist into the back muscles. Great. And then come back to center. Hug your knees in and come into rock and roll. A few more. And then come over your chins back into tabletop position. Good. Nice. And now thread the needle. So left arm goes underneath, right arm, we look underneath our right arm. Let your chest drop more and more. Great. And then come back up from here, lift your right leg, your left arm, and take a few crunches towards the middle, center of your body. Nice. Pull your belly button up. Great. And then elongate. Place your knee down, your hand down. Lift up into downward dog. Take one slow down dog shift. Nice. Cobra and then take into downward dog. Place your knees onto the mat. Come into seated position. And from here into boat pose. So we have both feet onto the floor. Knees are pressing into each other. Feet are pressing into each other. And the back is slightly diagonal. Now we lift our legs, lift our feet. Still pressing into each other and hold here. Hands next to the calves. Long in the neck, long between top of your head and tailbone. Pull, pull, pull. Bit more, you can do it. Keep breathing. And then lower down. Open here into butterfly. Bend over. soles of the feet together. Let your head drop. And then slowly come back up. Both toes second round. So again, back is slightly diagonal. Feet and knees are together and we lift up. Feet are flexed. Hold, hold, hold. Belly button is squeezing in. Shoulders are down. Don't crunch. Long, long, long. You can do it. You can do it. And then slowly, slowly stretch your legs. And lower down to the mat. Ooh, lower down. Lower down. Keep lifted. Hands are behind, by your side of the ears. Hold, hold, hold. And then calm down, relax onto the mat. Feel the blood flow, the oxygen flow in your body. Nice. And then from here, come to a happy baby position. So either hold onto your calves behind your thighs, hamstrings, or onto your feet. Open the legs wide and the hips. And then rock from side to side. Relax your back muscles, especially lower back. Good. And then hug your knees in. Take a last deep breath in and out. Elongate your legs underneath you. Come into relaxation. Place your hands next to your hips. And then feel how your chest is lifting, lowering. Feel how your limbs are getting heavier and heavier. Your head is becoming heavier and heavier. Your chest, your shoulder girdle, your upper arms, your lower arms, your hands sinking into the floor. The hips are heavier and heavier. Thighs, the calves, the heels sinking into the floor. Feel the total support of the floor. Don't have to hold anything now. Just sink into the warm, soft sand underneath you. And let go of any tension. And then slowly come back to the space. Take a deep breath in and start to mobilize your toes, your fingers. If you like, rock your head from side to side. Take a deep morning stretch. Pull yourself long, long, long. And then roll to one of your sides. And then from here, with as little effort as possible, come up into easy seat. Cross the chins. And now feel this relaxed and positive feeling in your body. Maybe a little bit tired, warm, soft, open. Lovely.